Ever since we replaced our crankshaft position sensor, the car died again. This time, it showed up on a tow truck. Season 1, Episode 3. Today's Eversincers started with a simple crank, no start condition when the vehicle showed up on the tow truck. But it doesn't start there. Earlier this year, we replaced the crankshaft position sensor on this particular vehicle and we send it on its way. And we get a text message that the vehicle stalled again. Keyword, again. The client brings the vehicle in on a tow truck, and when the vehicle shows up, first thing we notice that the tow truck driver was saying that the vehicle started up. If in fact it would have been a crankshaft position sensor, the vehicle more than likely would have not started. So being that the vehicle did start up and we were able to start it and drive it off the truck, but once we got down the ramp, it just and died. Right? So at this point we figured more than likely it's not going to be the crankshaft position sensor. So we wrote the vehicle up for a standard reevaluation so we could retest the crankshaft just to see what's going on. A cam-crank correlation using an oscilloscope just to verify that camshaft and crankshaft sensor were both outputting signals, because the engine computer needs to see the crankshaft sensor signal so it can start the fuel pump relay, injector pulse, and ignition timing all at the same time. We tested and everything was immaculate, just like it was supposed to be. So we knew that it wasn't an issue related to the crankshaft position sensor. So we dug a little bit deeper. What we found is by adding propane or supplemental fuel, the vehicle started. So this meant that we were running out of fuel. There was no fuel. We did what everybody would do. We looked at the fuel gauge, measured fuel. So we went and we opened the fuse box. What did we find? We found a melted fuel pump relay. That's right, melted fuel pump relay. The fuel pump relay itself had melted. This could have been due to excessive current draw from the fuel pump. Most of the time we see this when the fuel pump itself is overheating due to lack of fuel. Then, to make things a little bit more interesting, we then receive a text message from the client saying, hey, this is not right. Why is the sensor failing? You guys need to make sure you take care of that sensor, this and that. And at that point, it's like, whoa, it's not even the sensor. So I replied back as professional as possible, letting the client know, hey, it's a fuel pump relay. Here's a relay. This one's only OEM, so I have to get this from the factory. And it's going to cost about this much to get it replaced. Well, that changed the whole tune. Wow! Then the client said, well, wow, that's interesting. How did that happen? Well, normally, then I gave him the whole educational bit. When a fuel pump runs low on fuel, it spins faster, draws more current, so obviously it will heat up the actual relay. We got the relay installed, we got the vehicle started, and it was working like a champ. We wanted to run a RPM test. So if you guys don't know what that is, that's basically to measure how well the armature of the fuel pump mechanically is working. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do so. There was no easy point for us to actually test it. So I did let the client know that there is a possibility sometime in the future that the vehicle might need a fuel pump. When I did, the client did ask for an estimate. What I did find is this vehicle is equipped with 2 fuel pumps, an auxiliary pump and a primary. We're going to recommend both. We wrote that up and they said in the future we can take care of that. So I wanted to bring that to you guys. This is our Eversincers Season 1, Episode 3, where the vehicle came in on the hook because it didn't start, and what was blamed was the crankshaft position sensor. Always remember, guys, when you have your vehicle serviced anywhere for anything, if anything else comes up, don't always go back to that same issue. Other things could come up that could cause the vehicle to act up, just like we did in this case. Yes, it might have seemed like it was a crankshaft sensor, but in reality, what was it? Lack of fuel. Why? Because the fuel pump relay melted. You guys saw the evidence. It melted through. As always, since we strive to better the industry and help our clients, we always provide pictures and videos just like you guys saw. So this way the client knows that we are being 100% honest and transparent with what's going on with your car. Make sure that whatever shop you guys are trusting your vehicle with, make sure they're giving you guys that service. Have them set that expectation where they're going to give you guys the best service with one of your largest investments, which is your vehicle. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys have ran into any similar Eversincers situations, either from the client side or from the tech side, drop it in the comments, let me know. Also, let me know what you think how we approach this, if this was what you guys might have thought that it would have been the actual fuel pump relay. Let me know in the comments. And then if you guys made it this far, why not like, subscribe, so this way we can keep giving you guys some more Eversincers episodes. And make sure you guys share this so this way other people understand that in the automotive industry and any industry at all, you can run into hiccups that you might think might be something related to what was done in the past, but in reality, it's not. Hope you guys enjoyed this Eversincers episode, and I'll see you guys on the next one.